Can you stop this pawn? White is winning here, but you must find the best moves. And first off, we only have 4 pieces, so let's just go through each one by one and see if they can stop the pawn here, starting with our own king, which is of course just way too far. That is not going to work. Next, our knight is also just way too far to stop black's pawn. That is not going to work either. Our bishop could potentially stop it if it had 2 moves. However, right now it of course does not have that, so it also cannot stop it, which only leaves us with our pawn, which we can delay for a second by playing pawn b3 check and then seeing where we end up. Here, black only has 3 squares to move their king, but if they go to a3 or to b4 here, well then we can play bishop to e7 check, black must move their king, and then we can move our bishop to c5, and we do end up stopping black's only threat. We stop their pawn. Same thing, if they go to b4, once again we get that check, they must move their king, and then bishop c5, and their pawn cannot promote. However, they do have another option, that being king up to a5, which does step right into the path of this discovered check. However, it would be a mistake to move our knight here for the simple fact that after we do move it, we just don't have any clear path to actually stop black's pawn. No matter where they go, we still cannot stop it. They will soon end up promoting, and this is still just losing. So that means we need to do something else from this position. And what is that? It is a really hidden and hard move to find, that move being bishop over to g5. Now, this seems completely random, but it will make sense in just a moment. Of course, black here will just end up promoting their pawn, at which point now we can play bishop to d2 check, and what we're doing is we're using our knight and our bishop here to force a fork between black's queen and their king. How does that actually happen? Well, after this check, we force them over to b6, at which point they are on the exact same diagonal, and we can play bishop e3, sacrificing our bishop, because after black captures here, now we have perfectly lured them into the fork with knight to d5 check. They must move their king, we'll capture, and it'll take a moment here, but with the extra knight, we'll capture black's pawn, promote our b pawn, and here you are completely winning.